I'm Apostle Regina Holiday. At our 2025 graduation ceremony from the 8-week pilot program, we celebrated women who refused to stay stuck, women who prayed, grew, healed, and took their lives back. But the testimony you're about to hear is a reflection of God's goodness, God's strength inside of every woman who says yes to the journey. It's a journey of transformation to recognize who you really are. So let's celebrate her victory together. Take a look. Kenya is a realtor broker. She lives in Lexington, Kentucky, and her favorite scripture is Psalms 23:3. He restores my soul. She is a resilient warrior, a faithful warrior, a nurturing warrior, and a transforming warrior.
We have spent 8 weeks together, and we are so thankful to be able to share that with all of you. For me, taking my life back challenge, the thing that I think impacted me the most has been every week our discussions coupled with the work we did prior to on our daily devotionals, the descriptions of each warrior. When we got together, putting those two things together allowed me to see the power of authenticity and the power of vulnerability. So I was so happy to hear those words in the other ladies prior to me speaking, because that's exactly what I felt on a weekly basis, was authenticity and vulnerability, and seeing how those two things are powerful. And just the challenges that were a part of the devotional, how to reaffirm ourselves, and the challenges that we would have to do on a daily basis, those were affirming to me. And in many cases, I referred to it as medicine for my soul. I was like, this is just a balm of Gilead for my soul. And so that's my thoughts on how it changed me personally. Before I joined the program, I had no doubt about the fact that I was God's daughter. I knew that I was God's girl. As a matter of fact, that's something I always say. I'm God's girl. I'm God's girl. But as we went through the 8 weeks, I saw myself a little differently. Now I see myself not just God's daughter and God's girl, but I see myself as his cherished daughter who is worthy of his love. And so that identity component expanded for me in a very beautiful way. So just to go from just his daughter, which is good enough and great as it is, but to have that expanded into knowing that I am cherished and loved by him, he delights in me, and that I'm worthy of his love. That was a revelation for me over the 8 week journey. If someone were thinking about joining this program, I would say to them simply this: there is freedom and there is power in self discovery. And when it's done with nurturing, like a past Apostle Regina gives us, the nurturing, the care, the love, the support, the spiritual grounding and root, the spiritual root of what we are taught and what she has prepared in her heart and given us through the devotional, the spiritual encouragement and the growth. Those are all the reasons why you should join, so that you can discover the warrior within your own self that God has placed inside of you. Again, something that was said, I think it was Giera who said that earlier. And then finally, for me, if I had to describe my experience over the 8 weeks in a sentence, I would go way back to one of our very first lessons, and that was a devotional that told us about identity and said, we are God's promise in progress. And that for me sums up this entire taking my life back 8 week journey, because I learned that being his promise in progress means that everything he has declared about me, every word he's ever spoken over me, everything that he says about me as his cherished daughter worthy of his love will come to pass. and I'm simply in progress. But if he declared it, it is so. And so that would be how I would sum up what taking my life back has meant to me. Just the revelation of being God's promise, his spoken word, his creation, his beautiful daughter in progress. Thank you.
What a beautiful testimony. If her story inspired you, I want you to know this is your time too. The Taking My Life Back movement is here to walk with you, to encourage you, and to help you step into the woman God created you to be. Connect with me to learn how you can start your own Taking My Life Back journey. Your life can change one decision at a time. Begin your journey to taking your life back. God bless.